All right, we have Coach Elkovich. Coach, we're going to open the statement.
Yeah, tough one tonight. We fought and battled till the end. We didn't have enough shots go in. Unfortunately, we had a lot of good looks. 5 for 33 from the three-point line. Had some really good looks for our best shooters. Uncharacteristic night for Ryan. 1 for 12 from 3, and he had a lot of good looks. But our guys battled till the end. Our turnovers early, I think, didn't allow us to get out to a better start offensively. And then, they went zone, and we had some really good looks, just didn't convert on them in the first half. And at the start of the second half, we just, again, cut some stops and just turned the ball over and again, put game pressure on ourselves, have to fight back. And our guys did. Credit to our guys, going down 15, battling and almost getting it to a one-possession. We got it down to a one-possession game there at the end. So we're going to learn from this, regroup, and then get ready to go back to conference play on Tuesday.
16 points for you in the last 2 minutes. That's pretty good. After the problems you had scoring at other times, it was a funny game in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, we pressed, and we've been doing that a little bit, unfortunately, at times, because we've had to kind of play some catch up, and we're getting better at it. So that's a positive sign for our team that we could maybe extend the game a little bit with pressure and mix it up more with that. In order to get into pressure, sometimes you got to make some shots and get to the free throw line and convert. We did that at the end of the game, and credit to them, they made the plays they needed to. End of clock. We got it down to like 7 or 6, with plenty of time to go in the game, and they hit 2 end of clock shots that kind of broke us, and that made it a really tough grind to try to make it get back in it. Which our guys, credit to them, they battled and they did that.
This time of year, Coach, I'm used to seeing somebody from somewhere in Michigan come in here and play. And this is obviously different with the Sun Belt team coming in. Does this offer any different sort of challenges? I know it's kind of like a November game for you in that sense, but is it a nice break or is it?
Yeah, I mean, there's two sides of it, right? With conference play going on, you don't want anything in this game in terms of where we're at to, where, you might get a guy like, Noah Batchelor towards the end. I think he's going to be fine, but, guys get nicked up. But that could happen in any game, bud. So, you just got to be honest about that. The good part about it is you get to play somebody else. If you're lucky enough to get out of the MAC and get to, like, say, an NCAA tournament or postseason play, it gives you an opportunity to have to prepare for a team on shorter notice towards the end of the year, which would really lend you value as you get into some tournament play and postseason. So that's the positive of it. I think we have a great partnership with the Sun Belt and, a really good league as well.
I saw they beat Ball State earlier in the season, so I assume they're competitive and against MAC teams, and probably the whole conferences are fairly evenly matched. Is that the way it looks?
Yeah, no, I think that's part of the reason why when the commissioner and everybody who makes the decisions decided to do this. It was going to help, especially teams, if you're trying to be a 2-bid league, it might help, with potentially getting a second team in with some quality wins, or it also could just help overall net ratings, as you try to get into tournament time, with the seeding.
Funny in the sense that the first half, I think both teams had 1 field goal combined for about 8 minutes there in the early going, and it was kind of like somebody make a shot. And when they broke through, it was suddenly a 10-point game, and it's almost like they threw a punch there.
Yeah, unfortunate things happened, I think, during that time. You just got to sometimes take it. They had foul trouble, we had foul trouble. Some unfortunate fouls got called that, they happen, right? We had to be a little bit more solid, and we talked about that prior to the game, and, we put fouls on ourselves and kind of shortened our rotation in the first half. We battled, got it back, I think, to 5, and then had a chance to cut it to 4, and then they scored again at the end of the half and got it to 7. That was a big swing for us at the end of the first half, too. I think that would have really helped us having great momentum going in, similar to when we played Central here, where we cut it to 4 and maintained that 4-point deficit.
What do you think was the biggest takeaway out of today's performance? I know you mentioned that, you struggled from behind the arc, had foul trouble a few turnovers here and there. What do you think are some positives to take away from today's performance?
Yeah, we played a really physical team that really has some guys that battle and rebound well, and I thought we went toe to toe with them there, which was something we emphasized going to this game. You know, to out rebound that team, for us to get 17 offensive rebounds, that's big for our team because that's something we have been struggling with. You know, and unfortunately, we had 17 offensive rebounds and we hit 5 threes out of 33. And you know, if you hit 10 threes, you know, we're probably having a different conversation here, but that's basketball.
I guess they didn't get psyched out by ice and snow.
No, I mean, I think basketball's an indoor sport, so I think they're used to that. It's been wacky, too. They've probably gotten weird weather down there recently that everybody seems to have in the country, so.
I think I got all my questions answered already.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Coach?